Good morning, students. In our last class, we have completed some part of the lesson social protest movements, and today we are going to see the remaining part of the lesson. So, if you see in your textbook, the workers came together in towns and factories and protested in anger and frustration. There were bread or food riots throughout the country from the 1790s onwards. Bread was the staple item in the diet of the poor. Its price governed their standard of living. People seized large stocks of bread and sold them at an affordable and morally correct price rather than at the high prices charged by profit hungry traders. Such riots were particularly common in the worst year of the war, 1795, but they continued until the 1840s. So the workers all they came together in towns and factories and they protested in anger and frustration. So the people in the all the workers in the towns and factories, they all became one and they were protesting, means they started doing strike. You can say protest means strike in anger and frustration. So there were bread or roti food sorry there were bread or food riots throughout the country from the 1719 onwards. So from 1790 onwards, there were bread or food riots throughout the country. So bread was the staple item in the diet of the poor. So people generally bread was the staple food for the staple food item the diet of the poor. So its prices were governed their standard of living. So even we also will sometimes face huge high price levels in vegetables or food items. At that time we'll be facing so many problems, isn't it? Even here also these people's only staple food was bread, and but the price was governing their standard of living. So what did people do? People seized large stocks of bread and sold them at an affordable and morally correct price. So these people seized the stocks of bread and they sold them at an affordable and morally correct price rather than at the high prices charged by profit hungry traders. Who used to charge high prices? Profit hungry traders. So they have seized the stock and they have sell the bread at an affordable and correct price rather than whom? Rather than profit hungry traders. So such rights were particularly common in the worst year of the war, when in 1795, but it continued until 1840s. Another process known as enclosure caused problems for the people. From the 1770s, hundreds of small farms had been merged into larger ones under powerful landlords. The poor rural families who were affected by this had to start working in industries. But when machines were brought into the cotton industry, thousands of handloom weavers were thrown out of work and into poverty. Their work was too slow as compared with the machines. So another process known as closure also caused problems for the people. So from 1770s, what happened? Hundreds of small farms had been merged into larger ones under whom? Powerful landlords. Means these powerful landlords, they have occupied the lands of the people, and these poor rural families, they don't have any source as their lands were occupied by the powerful landlords. what did they do? They have started working in industries. But when machines were brought into the cotton industry, what happened? Thousands of handloom weavers were thrown out of work. Means they have lost, thousands of handloom weavers has lost their work, and they were thrown into poverty. If you don't have job, and you will not have money. If you don't have money, or you don't have proper food, lifestyle, then obviously you will be moved to poverty. Yes or no? That is what here when machines was introduced, these thousands of handloom weavers were lost their jobs, and they were moved to poverty. And when comparing to the machines, their work was too slow. Whose work? Handloom weavers' work was slow when compared to machines. For that reason, they were removed. From the 1790s, these weavers began to demand a legal minimum wage, which was refused by Parliament. When they went on strike, they were dispersed by force. Out of frustration, the cotton weavers in Lan- Lang- Lancashire destroyed the power looms which they believed had destroyed their livelihood. In Yorkshire, croppers who had traditionally sheared sheep by hand destroyed shearing farms. In the riots of 1830, farm labourers found that their jobs could be taken away by the new threshing machines that separated the grain from the husk. The Reuters smashed these machines. 9 of them were hanged and 450 were sent to Australia as convicts. So, from 1790s, these weavers began to demand a legal minimum wage. So it was when they have demanding for a legal minimum wage, Parliament has refused. So they went on strike. These weavers went on strike, and they were dispersed. So when they went for strike, these weavers went for strike, and when they went for strike, they were dispersed by force. So out of means they were forcefully asked to disperse the strike. And out of frustration, what happened? When they forced to disperse their strike, they got frustrated. And the cotton weavers, what did they do? The cotton weavers in Lancashire, they destroyed the power looms which they believed had destroyed their livelihood. These people have thought that these power looms have destroyed their job, and with that feeling they have destroyed the power looms. Who? Weavers. And which they believe in Yorkshire, croppers who had traditionally sheared sheep by hand destroyed shearing frames. So what did they do? Croppers who had traditionally sheared sheep by their hand, they destroyed shearing frames. And in the riots of 1830s, farm laborers found that their jobs could be taken away by the new threshing machines. Even these farm laborers also felt that their jobs could be taken away by the new threshing machines that separate grain from the husk. So thinking with that feeling, what did they do? The Reuters smashed these machines. What did they do? They smashed these machines, and 9 of them were hanged when they do all these things. So 9 of them were hanged. Hanged means sentenced to death, and 450 members were sent to Australia as convicts. So students, I think you have understood the lesson till here. If you have any doubts, you can message me, and we'll be completing the remaining part of the lesson in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.